In an absolutely blockbuster trade, Russell Wilson, Seattle Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson, has been traded to the Denver Broncos. This, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. This is blockbuster, to say the least. Russell Wilson has been the quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks since 2012. We knew that for the past 2 off seasons, maybe, there had been some turbulence in the relationship between Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll. There had been some turbulence in the relationship between Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks organization, but I don't think anyone really expected something like this to happen. And there's a few factors that kind of probably led into this. Number one, I think it was the fact that the Seahawks had a decision to make when it came to Russell Wilson. Do you wait to trade him until after the season is over, or after next season is over, where he's another year older, his draft stock, or his trade stock rather, is probably going to be a lot lower than where it would be? Or do you just pull the trigger now, find the next guy, and use whatever you're going to get back in terms of draft picks to make up for that? It looks like they made their decision, because the Seahawks have traded Russell Wilson to the Denver Broncos. You can only assume that it is for a bunch of first-round picks. The Broncos were, of course, also linked to Aaron Rodgers. It was announced earlier this week that Aaron Rodgers would be returning to the Green Bay Packers. He actually announced it on Pat McAfee's show just a little while ago. But for the Seattle Seahawks, this means that they are likely going to enter a little bit of a rebuild mode. Maybe they get a young quarterback in the draft who's going to be good. Maybe they don't. But one thing we do know is the Denver Broncos, a team that was a quarterback away, that has been a quarterback away from being a legitimate contender for the past almost 6 years, however long since Peyton Manning retired. They got their guy in Russell Wilson. This dude is the real deal, MVP level player. And they got him, and it was worth it, because this defense, we know how tough it is. Even last year when this team went, I believe, 7-10, they still had one of the toughest defenses in the NFL as far as points per game. Even though this team went 7-10 last year, they have a receiving core made up of Jerry Jeudy, made up of Cortland Sutton, made up of Noah Fant. They have 2 very good running backs in their backfield. So Russell Wilson is going to come into a situation where he has a lot of help. Now they can focus on maybe getting him an extra offensive lineman or 2. And boom, right there, you have the makings of a Super Bowl contender. Russell Wilson, a Seahawk no more. He is a Denver Bronco. The NFL world is absolutely insane. We'll stay with it, but hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released.